So first thing, when she checked with her social media accounts, she automatically connect with the database in the software side. So on her lunch break, she picks up her prescription at the pharmacy. So she took some medicines from the pharmacy. So in there, it may be where's the pharmacy inventory data or some, if that's a small pharmacy, it's stored as a file system or a clinic book or something. So they go with her name or the number, then they check her clinic copy or something. So from that, they took their what kind of medicines she took, or those kind of databases are interact with her day-to-day activity, like products, sales, customers. So when it comes to the medicine, so it connect with the what kind of data are using in her pharmacy activity. Okay. So after work, Susan goes to the grocery store. So in there also, she interact with some databases. So likewise, in our day-to-day life, we interact with lot of databases. Okay, it can be either traditional database or software, the software related databases. Okay, so when it comes to Excel or something, normally we interact with Excel, Google Forms, likewise. So those are also a kind of data management. So data management in the sense, how the data store, read, write, likewise. Okay. I hope you understand how important that database is. Okay. So second thing is why the database is important. So why do we need database? Can't we survive without database? So always we have to use database because data is a ubiquitous and pervasive. So what it means, ubiquitous in the sense, nowadays data can be anywhere. So ubiquitous in the sense, it's existing or available in the larger quantity. So when it comes to the people's count, so when we take the Facebook data, when earlier it can be a less number, but nowadays we create a lot of fake accounts or a lot of people are involved in Facebook. So the data is day by day it increase their quantity. So data is ubiquitous in the sense large in the quantity, always it's everywhere. So whenever you see a data, it needs to be used in the future things. So the data is ubiquitous, so we have to have a database, proper database for that. Otherwise, we can't have what kind of data we used in the previous term. Okay. So as well as its data is a pervasive. So pervasive in the sense, it we can't predict. So how about the data in the future we can't predict, or how about the data we used in the yesterday we can't predict. So we have to have a proper database for that. So that's the important. Also essential for survive and prosper. So it means when it comes to the business organization, they have to maintain a proper database. Otherwise, so let's take when supermarket didn't have any database, they can't predict how for the store how much they want some sugar, or how much of how the amount of sugar they had is, they can't predict. So for that we have to use some databases. Otherwise we will fail in the business wise also. So we can't survive without database. Okay. And as well as help to decision making. So in the supermarket case, if that supermarket has a proper database only, they can make orders like we don't have in the previous month, we don't have enough sugar or enough flame, so they can make an order. So that's a decision making thing, right? So if they have existing expires or the products which have soon expire date, they can put a sale, so sale or offer in the front row of the supermarket. Okay, so those are the decision making stuffs. So if they have a proper database only, they can have come up with the proper decision making. Okay, so this is the importance of database. So this picture is very important. So based on this picture, you will have your group activity. So be aware and take more attention in this section. Okay. So this is the role of DBMS. So in the previous section, I talk about database. So database is either file system or software. But when it comes to DBMS, it must be a software. Okay. So in this picture, they explain how important a DBMS in the sense database management system, how important. So I will point, wait. So this is DBMS. So DBMS plays a intermediate part between the end users as well as the database. So these kind of database are software database. Okay. So basically, we don't consider when it comes to the DBMS, we don't consider the file system as a database. So when it comes to the DBMS, when we talk about database, it's only the software database. It may be Access software, or it may be SQL, or it may be Oracle. So whatever the software, so we have to talk only the software in database in the DBMS context. Okay, so DBMS in the middle part to the end user as well as the database. Okay, so as a software ICT related student, I think you will familiar with HTML web page creation, so Android mobile app creations. So you are good at creating applications, right? Those are we called as an application. These are the things. Maybe it may be a desktop application, or it may be a mobile application, or it may be a website. So using those applications as an end user. So whoever used that application, let's take like you create a what we call, so we create a website for the tourist guide as a website. The normal website you create using HTML or whatever the PHP, HTML, Laravel or whatever the framework or language, you create a web page. Okay, that's a application. So the end users means whoever log into your system, so whoever log into that web system or web application, so those are the people are called as end user. So let's take one of your student create a web application called trip guide. Okay, so when I type www.tripguide.com, so I go to that web application. So there I need to create an account. So I am the end user. Okay, so whoever used the system, I am the end user. So end user basically when he or she create a login. So for example, when she or he create a login, he interact interact with the DBMS, not the database directly. Okay, so database in the sense when I sign up that account, that first name, last name, phone number, we gave the data to that database through the DBMS. So first the end user log into the web application, then using the DBMS, he or she send her data as a request. So they first send as a request for the login. Okay. In the database, those data like the first name, last name, mobile as stored as a customer database or customer table in a database. Okay. So likewise, after when you sign in, those data are again sent through the DBMS to the web application, and then whenever you sign in, your first name and last name you can see in the profile section. Okay, so this is the role of DBMS. So when you create an application, I don't know whether you are familiar with creating mobile apps or web app desktop application. So I hope in the first year you learn the C sharp and C plus plus or stuff. So using that you can create a desktop application. Like so, after creating your desktop application, you interact with the DBMS. Then only that DBMS data are sent to the database, the end user. Sorry, to the end database. So using the DBMS, we connect with the database, or the database connect with the end user. Okay, so this image is very, very important. You have to understand what kind of role DBMS play when it comes to the software applications. Okay. So whenever that when you Google something, so it shows some details, right? Images or something. So those kind of images are comes from database. So when I want some image like who is the president of America. So I am the end user. I send a request to DBMS, not the database directly. So the DBMS connect with the database of Google like Wikipedia or something. So that Wikipedia data connect with some tables called American data, so president data. Likewise, some interact with the data sets or relational databases. There are a lot of stuff we will discuss in the next lectures as well. So for the moment, you have to think we didn't, as an end user, we didn't connect to the database directly. Okay. So this is the role of DBMS. I hope you understand the stuff. So before moving to the next types of DBMS, you will have an activity. Okay. So for that, I will assign you as a, are you familiar with the breakout room sessions in this Zoom? You can click yes or no. Or you can unmute and tell, are you familiar? Earlier, any Zoom sessions, are you familiar with that what is breakout room sessions? Aviskar, who's ICT 64. Can you unmute and tell, are you familiar with that breakout room session? Someone can unmute and tell, did you earlier use the breakout room session? Am I audible? Minotia ICTS 58.
Yes, madam.
Okay, so are you earlier used the breakout session in any Zoom?
Sometimes we use, madam, in another English lectures, but it had as two groups, madam.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so first let me explain. So in the breakout rooms, so I will assign you as, so you are now 71 participants. So I will assign you as 10 groups. Okay, so each group contains minimum 7 members. So it automatically, there's a pop-up called join room. So you have to click that message. You will direct to the breakout room. Okay, so there I will join and I will give you a link. So basically, I will wait. So like these kind of image, when you click that link, you will see these kind of images. So within 10 minutes of time, altogether you can, whoever join using the laptop, you can open that link and share your screen in that breakout room session. Okay, so others also can align these image to get a proper image within the 10 minutes of time. So after 10 minutes of time, your breakout room, automatically I will delete the breakout room and you will come to the main group. So whoever finished, when I call the group number, the whoever done the screen share and the arrangements, so you have to involve all 7. Okay, I will come and check whether you are involving or not in each group. Okay, you have 10 minutes now, 1:30. So I will come and check whether you are doing properly or not. Okay, after 1:40, I will stop the breakout rooms. Okay, so basically you have to align, like you can click and drag likewise. Okay, you can drag and align this image as a proper image. Okay, I hope you can clear. So I will assign you one breakout. Wait. Before that, I will put that link in this chat here. So you can copy that link. Okay. I will put that link. So first, after that, I will send you. Okay. Server. Okay. Okay. So whoever has your laptop, you can click that link, and others can. Others also, you can give the remote control or something. Others also share. You can. So whoever share the screen, give the control to others also, so they can also drag and drop. Okay. So discuss, and you have only the 142, the breakout room will leave. Okay. Are you clear? Is there any doubt? Yes, Sashan, is there any doubt? Yes. So group 4, do you want any help?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so whoever had the laptops or something, you can share the screen and give the remote control request to others. So they will drag and drop. Also, you also drag and drop, and others can tell which part give to the which part come to which section. Likewise, you can discuss. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
So whoever did, why didn't you join your sessions? Dinuka, Radhika or something? Why didn't you join your breakout rooms? I asked
Madam,
you, yeah.
Madam, I am enjoying two devices. Then I'm joining that room.
Okay, okay. So what's the reason, Dinuka? I think Dinuka's two devices are in the main group. So Dinuka, Dinusha. Oh, so 2%. So Dinusha and Dinuka. May I know the reason why didn't you join the assigned groups? So Dinusha.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, why didn't you join your assigned group?
Sorry, madam.
You are assigned to the group number 10. Why didn't you join that group? There is a message in your screen like join the group 10 or something, right? Okay, so Radhika is joining. Okay. So can you help? I find didn't someone in your group someone didn't talk. So is there any issues? You have to discuss and do your activity. Is there any doubt? You have the link, right? Click that link, it will direct to a page, right? Can somebody talk? Is there any doubt?
No, madam. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Madam, we can't share the screen, ma'am.
Okay, so I will, okay, now you can share.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, okay.
Now,
Jason, Shantan. I create some. Can I share? Okay, okay.
Yeah. You asked for a help. Yeah.
Madam, how to edit others, madam?
So whoever share the screen, there's in the upper side, there's a option to give control to others. So there's there's a names in the drop down. So
Wait
you
a second, madam. Dushan, can you share the screen?
Okay.
okay. There's an option. So there's a request remote control. So whoever want to access that his screen, you can request a remote control. So in the screen, there's a view option. When you click that option, there's a request remote control. So whoever wants to access his screen, you can request and he needs to approve. Okay. Is that clear?
Okay, madam. Clear, madam.
Okay.
Okay.
හරිනේ. දැන් අතන දාමු.
Then හරි.
ඒ මට තේරුන්නේ බා.
හරි හරි. එක්කෙනාට එනවා. එක්කෙනා එන්න පුළුවන් ඔය.
නෑ ඔක්කොමට කරන්න පුළුවන්.
ඔක්කොමද කරන්න පුළුවන්ද? නැත්තම් කියන එක කරන්න ඕනද?
ඔක්කොටම කරන්න බෑනේ අප්‍රූව් වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
හරි හරි අවුලක් නැහැ දැන් පොඩ්ඩයි වගේ තව තියෙන්නේ.
අමිල බලනකො
So group 3 need to be present first, okay? So you have to present your image first. I don't see no one talking in this group. So I think I working. Did you finish? So you can start. So did you finish group, sir?
No, madam.
So why didn't you start?
Madam, our group members are every members are logging with phone. So because they have no electrical.
So all 7 members don't have 8 members. 7 members don't have power.
Oh, yes, madam. So they are logging with their mobile phones.
I think you can go to the link with the mobile phone as well. Did you write?
We trying mobile phone, madam. But mobile phone can't edit, madam.
So I already said, so Princey, can you share your screen? Am I audible, Princey?
And we
you-
have finished.
Okay, okay, great. So you can join to the main session. So you can leave the room. There's option leave room, not the meeting. So you can leave.
Okay, madam.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Well done.
කොහොමදනේ?
එහෙනම් leave.
Oh, yes, leave the room, not the meeting. Okay. So,
Okay, madam.
Tamidu.
so until the meantime, room number 1, can you share your screen and show me the final output? So, whoever finish your images, can you unmute and tell your group number?
Madam, room number 9.
9 finished. Okay.
I'm 7.
Okay.
3, ma'am.
Okay.
8, madam.
Okay.
6, madam.
Right. 9, 8, 7, 3. Right?
5 finish, madam.
5. Is that 5?
Madam.
Okay.
10, madam. 6.
Okay. So, can you share your screen, group 10? Okay, okay, fine. So, okay, so you can start. So, let's move to the lectures. So that image is the most important stuff. So when it comes to when you move to the application development, like a web application or mobile application, the database like a MySQL or something, you will use is the very important stuff. So for that, you have to understand what's the role of DBMS, right? So I hope you didn't forget that image. That's why we did that activity. So let's move to the next session, next lecture. So these are the most important stuff. So when it comes to the database creation, so from next class onwards, you will implement databases. So for that, you have to understand what kind of database you have to implement, right? So there are many varieties of databases. So database in the sense, it in the DBMS context, it must be a software. Okay. So the first type of database is single database. So single database in the sense, a database that can only support for the one user. So at one time, only one user can log in those database. So in the earlier, they had some single databases for. In now also they in the for the some security purpose they use single database. So it means they have many logins, but only one user can only log into at one time. Okay, so those kind of databases we call as a single database. Then desktop database. Desktop database in the sense that your laptop login. It's a one time only one user, but it should be a desktop application. Okay, not a web or something. So when it comes to a desktop application, only one user can access at the same time. Then that's a desktop database. So here you log into the user or the admin role, the desktop and your laptop PCs. So there we use as a desktop database. Only when you log into your name, only you can log in at same time. Others can't log in on that time. So you have some other admin roles, but same time only one use. Okay, so that's called as a desktop database. Other database type is multi-use. A multi-use in the sense opposite to single database. So same time there are multiple users can log into the database. So normally that web application, mobile application, the BOC apps. So those databases are multi-use. At same time, there should be more than one. So next type is work group. So work group in the sense, it's multi-user database, but it's only limit to the only 50 users at a time. And within same organization, like our University of Vaunia, when we have some kind of small mobile application, we can use as the work group database, like only 50 users at a time. So they must be under the register under the VOUAC.lk university main. So within the organization, only 50 users use. So that those kind of database is work group. So one user at a time, single database, one user at a time, but it should be a desktop application that comes as a desktop database. More than one user at the same time, multiple user database. Then work group in the sense only 50 users at the same time. Also, those users must be same one organization. Okay. Then enterprise database. So enterprise database is the normally we use that overall like the Vaunia VOUAC.lk. They must be more than one multi users, as well as the other users also can log in, like not log in, they can view that our database Vaunia, what kind of faculties, databases, staff details, like. So those kind of database are enterprise database. So commonly in the web application, these kind of databases are used. Okay. Then centralized and decentralized. So these kind of databases are used for the classification is classified using the location. So centralized in the sense like same kind of site, like within Sri Lanka or something. So those kind of database are centralized, like our central bank stock prices or something. So those are centralized to the finance minister or something, right? Those kind of databases, centralized database. Other thing is decentralized. So decentralized in the sense distributed database. Distributed database in the sense the cloud Wikipedia. So we don't have any proper location limitation. So we can access wherever from the world. So those kind of database, distributed database. Then cloud database. This is the recent types of database. So these database that is created and maintained using cloud data service. So cloud data service in the sense that AWS, Microsoft Azure. So you heard that names, right? So that AWS is the most important stuff. So when it comes to when you are going to a software engineer in the future, so 1 or 2 years, you are going to be a software engineer. So on that time, you have to work with cloud database, not the SQL, the normal database that you are created in your projects. Like the simple projects we created, when a web system, we create a SQL database. That is not the database you are working while you will be a software engineer. So those database called as a cloud. So we don't have any separate server, or we don't have any separate query language. So sometimes these words may be hard to understand for you as you are beginners, but the cloud database in the sense that these databases are created using the cloud service. Okay, that's the basic. So other kind of database in the sense the purpose. It means how the purpose for that database creations. So in that form, there's two kind of database types. First thing is general purpose database. General purpose database in the sense it contains a wide variety of data used in multiple disciplines. So when it comes to DARAS, so that's a general purpose. So in the DARAS website, those database contain beauty products and the dresses, shoes, and so wide variety, books, electrical things. So that's kind of database called as a general purpose. So discipline specific database in the sense if there is only a website for the beauty care products, so that's kind of database is discipline specific. Only one kind of specific databases we are maintaining, like the library databases, only the books or the journals only. So those kind of database specific, discipline specific. Then operational database. So operational database in the sense that supermarket. So day to day, we have to update that database. Those kind of database is operational database. So each day you have to update, as well as you have to view that database, whether that stock is enough or not. So that for the supermarket, we use that operational database. So for the opposite, analytical database. Analytical database in the sense, we don't modify those data. Like in 1990, if there's a disease or something, so that malaria, so 1990 or 1980, so those kind of past databases, we don't need to modify day to day, but we can use those databases as the future purpose, like getting some analytical decisions, we use those past database. So those kind of database we can't modify, but only we can use the database, we can come up with some graphs or some decisions, right? Those kind of database called as analytical database. Okay. So if you have any questions so far we discuss in today's lectures, do you have any questions? You can hands up, or else we will move to the quiz. If you want to clear something, you can ask. So silence means you don't have any questions. So the previous lecture, likewise, you will have a quiz. So I will share the quiz now. Wait. Okay, so this quiz contains like fill in the blanks. So first thing you have to read those. There's a 4 lines of paragraph. So the answer 1, answer 2, likewise, that's the space. So you have to write your answers in the answer 1, answer 4, answer 3 in the below diagrams. Okay. So the second is matching. So matching in the sense you can select the answer for each para. So when it comes to the poll, so the quiz. So this will calculate for your average. Okay. So I will give you 10 minutes. So no, 8 minutes. So now 2, 2. So 10, sorry, 110. I will stop this quiz. Okay. Here you go. So if you have any doubts in the questions like so don't wait until 2:08, sorry, 1:10. Before that, if you finish, you can submit because if your network is lower than my network, so when you click that 1:10, it didn't submit to me. So if you finished earlier, you can submit earlier. So I will give extra 1 minute for submit only. So don't mailed like the previous section, don't mail I submit, but you didn't receive likewise. So you are in the final 1 minute. So whoever finished, you can submit. So I will stop after 60 seconds. So it means 1 minute. I will stop. So I will close this session. So it's 1:10. So only 50 students submitted. So I'll give 30 seconds for the rest of them submit. So I'll close. So only 56 submitted, right? So I will consider these marks as your average assessment. I don't give any excuse this time. So you have to check the classrooms for your quiz results. And also you have to regularly check the classroom for the recordings, slides, and I already upload the previous lecture slides and recordings. So also I upload the reference book. So whoever wants to read those books, I mostly refer that book. So you can, if you interested to read, or if you read that book, it's easy when it comes to my final exam. So I mostly refer that book. So if you want more marks, so you can read that book. So wait, give me a minute. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes.
So if you have any questions, you can ask. So in the coming Monday session, you have to come up with the medium block that previous lecture I told. Also within Friday, you have to send your medium block link in the classroom. Okay. So if you want to talk like the lectures or doubts, you can email me, or you in the classroom also you can ask the discussions or likewise. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. Let's wind up today. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Ma'am,
Yeah. Who's this? Yeah. Safwan, yes.
I put a message to you, ma'am. Can you check it?
Sorry. Did you submit the quiz?
Yes, ma'am. But it's show error, ma'am.
It means I think I end that call. You submit after I ended, I think. So
No.
that so it's 220. Sorry, 220, right? Sorry, 12. So I ended 210, 211. So I think I ended. Yeah, the last quiz, Desan said the people who got power cut. So that's why I highlighted for their marks, but I didn't add their marks in the average. The quiz is cancelled, right? So no need to worry about